I recently made a video all about my old camcorder collection, which is super fun just to go through all my old video cameras. In the comments to that, somebody asked about a camera, a photo camera, that I never owned, but was always super interested in. But when I was younger, my priority list was cameras, like video cameras, and then still cameras. And so the fact that I couldn't even dream of really affording the video cameras I wanted, where was I even going to go with the stills camera? So fortunately, like I mentioned in that video, eBay is a thing. And you better believe I have that camera in here, which I guess if you saw the title to this, you know what it is. But I'm still going to build up a little suspense here. And I wanted to do this in a very raw, mostly unedited way, live to SSD, live to drive, I guess, as they say. So, what was the price on this? Like 30 bucks. It was very inexpensive. It should be working, and we shall see. So, let's see. Got my trusty overhead cam here. Oh my goodness. Who doesn't love a good unboxing, you know? There we go. Okay. Oh boy. Oh wait. I didn't see that there was a thing left here. Okay, well, I have not done my seller rating. I guess I have to see the thing. I was like, I've not done my seller rating, but I've had this for a few days. I hope my eBay rating doesn't drop because of that. All right. So we got the box included. I don't know. I feel like when someone can keep the box for this long, it bodes well for the thing itself being taken care of quite well. But here we are. This is what we've ended up with, the Sony Mavica FD200. And there's a reason I wanted this model specifically. It's not hard to find Mavicas online. Good condition ones are a little bit different, but this one also records video. So right here you can see MPEG, oh, no audio. MPEG movie, no audio. I didn't realize it didn't do audio. So here you can kind of see, if we go over to the OBS bot here, we can kind of look at, don't you just love the graphics on this box? So here we go. We have 2 megapixels, 6 times digital zoom. So yeah, dual media, which is something I am actually pretty interested in. MPEG movie, and then, you know, battery. But yeah, so you see the memory stick icon there. I actually never owned anything that used a memory stick, but this should be able to use 3.5-inch floppies and memory sticks. And honestly, it was a couple weeks ago that I ordered this, and I shopped around for so many of them, and I don't remember exactly which combo this was. Oh, but I actually see, wait a minute. I spent $30 on this, and I see up here, there's like a thrift store garage sale thing for $10, marked down from $20. The last one of these I encountered actually did not work, and it was in one of the digital media programs I taught. There's another teacher who taught like a digital photography part of the program, and in his classroom, he had an old one of these as the restroom pass. It didn't work, but as students needed to go to the restroom, they had to like wear this old camera around their neck. Then I guess there's a thing, yeah. Anyway, that's my last encounter of one of these things, and it did not work. But in the late 90s, when these came out, the fact you could take a 3.5-inch floppy drive, put it in your camera, again, this pre-SD card era, put it in your camera, put photos on it, and then just pop it right in the computer was so mind-blowing in the area of, you know, film and stuff like that. So let's see what we get in here. All right, we have some okay packing, I suppose. Dang, this is like the same power adapter for my old Handycam camcorders. And, oh boy. All right, we have USB, more power, nothing in there. In here, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We have diskettes. That's a word I haven't heard in a while. And then yes, we have the actual, as they say, the star of the show. Ooh, Usually I like let the camera see this first, but I'm going to see it first, and then I will show the camera. Oh my goodness, this is this is really cool. All right, here we go. There we go. Sony Mavica F200. Wow. This is a chunky boy. So let's see here. If I go over here to the OBSBot, now you can kind of see we have power. You can choose if you want to use the floppy disk or memory stick, which is pretty cool. Menu controls, you know, basic controls. You do have the LCD screen on the back, but then you also have playback, still photos, or movie mode, and I thought it would be really fun to do some movies, so there's that. Oh, there's a memory stick in here. Look at that. This is the first memory stick I've ever owned, 16 megabytes. So this is like pre-SD card. Sony kind of came up with their own proprietary thing. And then we have the disk eject thing. Let's get some diskettes. It came with a whole box. Man. I have not used a diskette in a long time. Oh, that is satisfying. That's like, sorry, that, let me see, can I pop it? Will it pop out? Or is it just stuck in here forever? Oh. Oh, it's very mechanical. Okay. Yes, the satisfaction, let's get in focus here, of that is pretty good. And then I thought this would just go down, but of course, no, that would put you at a risk of ejecting this accidentally. There's a little lever you have to kind of push in, and then as you're sliding this, you can feel it moving the parts inside to pop the disc up. So we got that going for us. And then oh, there's actually a battery in here. It's just a NPF 330. So I actually have these batteries. So I'm gonna go grab one, and then we can see what's happening here. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if we can power this sucker on. Oh, signs of life. Signs of life are happening. Clock set. Oh, okay. For info lithium battery only. I know, but it's fine. It's fine. Oh, will it not work? Oh, will it not work because I'm not using the Sony battery? Power adapter got zip tied shut, so that means power goes here. Boom. All right, let's try it now. Let's see what we got. Okay, now we have the set the date and do all the things. Oh my goodness, it's gonna take me a minute here. I don't know if you can hear the beeping sound of me trying to set the date. Here, let me track this. Then it might be a little easier. What is today's date? This camera thinks it's 2002. Close. That's how much time has passed since 2002. Oh, I have the lens cap on. What is this light? This is cool. Why? What does this do? Why is that there? Okay, let's take the lens cap off. Ooh, there is. Okay, here, I'm gonna take. You deserve, Finley. You deserve to be the photo. Hey, Finn. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I did not mean to flash. Let's turn the flash off. Here we go. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, Finley, wait, yeah. Okay, Finley, you wanna go, you like treats? That is a good photo, dude. Wow, when you take the photo, you can feel it writing to the disc. I don't know what the capacity is. Actually, I've taken 2 photos and the disc is like, there's a little icon here and the black part is the amount of disc that's already filled. So that's like, I don't know, what, 10% pretty much already filled up, which is a lot. Playback. I didn't check to see if there was already somebody else's photos on here. Oh my God, that's the sound of it going through the photos. Listen to that. All right, so that's photos. Can you do a movie to the floppy disk? 5 seconds. I think I can record 5 seconds of video. Okay, how do I do that? Hey, this is me. I'm recording 5 seconds of video, and I just remembered there's no audio, so it does. Oh, okay. Whoa, you can like straight up. Oh my goodness. Sorry. I'm learning things. I've just never seen this before. There's an LCD backlight button here. If I turn it off, I don't think you can see on the camera. The screen is still on. There's just no backlight. And when I turn it on, now it's backlit. And this is just the LCD's backlight. They just put it clear. I don't know why. So what I'm curious now is I've already used half of the disk's storage space with 2 photos and a 5-second video. So I wonder if I flip over to the memory stick, will I have more storage time? I guess I can only do 5-second video clips. So you get to be my subject again, buddy. All right, look at Finpin. You want to go for a car ride? Snacks? Okay. I took a 5-second video clip, and it looks like I still I have significantly more space. What is the space on this? These are, oh, these are 1.4 megabytes, and the memory stick is 16 megabytes. So yeah, it makes a lot more sense to use a memory stick. Not 100% sure how I'm going to be able to get that off. But that is pretty cool. So let's see if we can actually get this footage off, and then I will show you the footage, and that will be fun. And then I'll also clean this. The thing I didn't do, which I usually do whenever I buy something used, is disinfect the bejesus out of it, because you don't know. It's a couple decades old. We don't know where this has been. I made some progress in transferring stuff. It turns out I connected it through USB and nothing happened on the memory stick switch, but as soon as I flipped it into the floppy disk mode, then it actually did just show up on macOS as a drive, and I was able to drag over the photos. The photos are 1024 by 768 pixels in resolution, and the video is 320 by 240 resolution for 5 seconds with no audio. So I don't know that I could record like an entire YouTube video with this, but it fully functions and fully works, and I'm honestly super impressed with that. Plus you get the tactile feedback of the disc, you get the really fun memory stick, which there has to be some sort of memory stick reader, so maybe somebody knows what I can do with that, and that would be super helpful. And we'll save that for later. I like that it has the lens cap. We are pretty darn clean here. It's a pretty clean bean. So go around, get in all the buttons. Not in all the buttons, but around all of the buttons. I mean, all in all, this thing is in fantastic shape, which makes me very, very happy. I'm not going to use the cleaning wipes on the screen. Not sure if you can see it in this light. There are a few minor scratches on the display on the screen, but nothing major. So it still works and looks really, really nice, which is perfect. This is something I always look at. I guess it's probably not as much of an issue on mostly stills cameras as it is with video cameras, but the tripod mounts, whenever I get a used camera, I always try to look and see how much wear there is around that. This one has literally none. I don't know if you can see that. There's no wear. You can usually see when a camera's been mounted to a tripod a lot, it kind of has marks down here, which is a thing that happens. But this one doesn't have that, which probably just means this it's a still camera. It probably didn't get put on the tripod all that often. But kind of see that with video cameras a lot. It doesn't. I guess it doesn't really tell you much other than the camera was used. But if there's no marks there, whenever I buy old cameras like this, my hope is that it was a situation where someone bought a camera, thought they were going to use it a bunch, and then just sat in a closet or sat in a drawer for a long time until they were like, hey, let's get rid of this and put it on eBay, and then I bought it. Some sucker will buy it, and then it was me. But essentially, it's something that's like never been used in the meantime. That's usually my hope with this stuff. The lens is in perfect shape, no blemishes or anything there. The only thing is, I don't know if you can see, there's just this little, kind of this little like scratchy black mark right here, which probably goes through the silver paint. I don't think that's something that will come off. And there you go. That is about as clean as we are going to get this thing. So if you want kind of a rundown, a little bit of a tour of it, obviously you got your lens right here. Awesome stickers. You've got your flash and your red eye reduction thing there. This is just a grip. You have your zoom rocker and then your shutter button up here. And then on the bottom, you don't have anything except the battery door for the NPF, Sony NPF battery. Oh, I guess there's a little black spot there too. I didn't notice that. There's a little like rub point there. On the side over here, you have a 3.5 millimeter video output, which is cool. I could potentially translate video, but you can also do slideshows that way. So that's kind of a fun thing, and little bits of gunk around there. Then you have your power input, so very much like a Sony Handycam would have. On the other side over here, this is where you have the 3.5-inch floppy drive, where you just kind of pop that in there. And then the switch, like I showed earlier, you can just physically, or like when you pull the switch down, it launches that out. And then here we've got the memory stick slot, which is basically like an SD card slot, although I would say slightly more satisfying. And yeah, and then below that we have the USB port. So this is how I was able to transfer the photos, is through USB. It's just, what is this? Mini USB. That's what it is, mini USB. It's crazy that that is an old interface then, because it's still around on this camera. And then we've got our power button, or a charge light as well, the switch to do floppy disk or memory stick, the menu navigation button, display on or off, mode selector, program focus, flash on or off, and then backlight on or off right there. And that is our 2002 Sony Mavica. Let's see here. There we go. Here, let's take a picture of my Sony FX3. Oh, it's gonna do the flash. Okay. Turning on the super harsh flash just makes everything look dated instantly. That was my 5th photo and my disc is almost taken. Let's do a selfie. Oi. All right, there we go. That is the Sony Mavica FD200, fully digital 200, I guess. I don't know what that stands for. Super fun. I am very excited to have fun with this camera, and I'm really, really, really happy that it actually works, because if it didn't, this would have been a significantly less interesting video. So this, there's no other real point to this. There's no, like, I guess the lesson is you go on eBay and buy a camera. I just kind of thought it would be fun to just, I'm still not 100% sure if I'm gonna make this a members video or a channel video. I feel like if you're a channel member, you're on board with whatever goofy ideas I have. If it's fully public, then people just like, we don't care about this, what's wrong with you? But at the same time, kind of just the idea of like, let's just hang out and explore this. It's imperfect. It's not super crazy, crisp, polished production thing. I kind of feel like there's a place for that in the world of overly shiny AI perfection and crazy algorithmically driven stuff. So I've done a few like unedited or minimally edited tutorials and stuff in the past. I don't know. I'm just curious. So wherever you're seeing this, whether it's a members only thing or on the actual channel, I don't know. Let me know what you think, because it's not like I would ever want to switch and only make videos like this, but I feel like having a nice healthy mix is fun, and the variety is spice of life, something, etc. So that is the end of the video.